newsletter here at scientific.com. Everyone, thank you so much. I think I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Have a good day. Good morning, and defending the Barland wish list, Democratic Senate nominee Abdul El Fayed, he was on Jesse Watters last night. How he defended his push to bring comparative socialist policies to Michigan. Good morning, I'm Dana Farina. I'll have our top today. That was quite the interview. Outside campaigning on Medicare for all, abolishing ICE, and taxing the wealthy. Jesse Watters,
Hey, Logan, how's it going? TJ.
playing it last night in front of F.A. Large audience. Out there. And Diane missed out on that answer. Yeah, I actually scrolled around.
Hey, Logan, just another day at the farm, huh? Or Israel. And I'm sure the NRC and other campaign will try to make that a thing. But it's interesting how we will fight the cancer of anti-Semitism with a fear now. Good morning. Jason's on his way to work. How
Hey, Paul. Good morning. Yes, I am on my way to work. How'd you know?
are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Well, hanging in there, everybody's got their own problems. But
Oh,
yes,
yeah? Well, right on.
How's
Right
your
on.
how's your work around the house coming?
It's coming along. The painters are still at the house. They're painting now. They've been there for the last week. They probably have another week to do, and they'll be finished. They did the ceilings Monday, Tuesday last week, and then the trim, and they started working on the walls yesterday. Should be done by hopefully Thursday, because on Friday I've got guys coming in to install new front door and back doors and garage door. So
Wow,
yeah, yep,
that's a real
that'll
project.
be next for 2026. The home improvements for 2026. Next year we'll probably be doing a new kitchen.
How's traffic there?
It's we don't talk about the traffic, Paul. Remember, we don't talk about the traffic or the weather. I'll just say that I am planning to be to work on time today,
Oh, good.
on regular schedule. It's like when you're on a jump trip, right? Skydiving trip. You never
How
talk about the weather because, oh wow, the weather is so great. We've got blue skies, and next you know it rains. It never
how
fails.
far how far is the drive from your house to work?
8.6 miles,
Oh,
so yeah, takes
just a
15
hop,
minutes to get
skip, and
there.
a jump, right?
Yeah, and that's majority freeway. It's maybe a mile and a half to the freeway, yeah, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles to the freeway. Let's see, what mileage did I start at? I started at 99.5. We're at 1 mile already. See how many miles it takes to get to the highway. I think it's 2. And then on the freeway, it's probably
Morning,
6 miles
Lance.
total on the freeway. And then after that, it's another mile to work once I get off the freeway. But yeah, it's easy commute. It's been long commute when traffic is held up due to accidents, of course, or weather. But it's hazy today. There's a little bit of blue in the horizon. It's hazy. It's grayish.
Oh, really?
Sun's still shining through. Yeah, it's not too bad. Again, it could always be worse, right?
Now, have you been keeping busy with kids at work there or no?
Yes and no. I mean, they're all going back to school
Yeah, I know, because
this week,
school's almost
so
back in
things slow
session.
down.
Yeah.
But then once they're in school, the school set up field trips for their classes also.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
as
cool.
much as in the summertime where I'll do like three STEM classes in a row. But some people are still on vacation. You know, we've got this Supergirl event that's going to occur the Labor Day weekend. So we're hosting the opening ceremonies for Supergirl. Have you ever heard of that event, Supergirl? It's a festival, I guess, for um, extreme sports
I
female
haven't.
athletes.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either, but they tour, or they have this throughout the U.S. Supergirl Festival, I think is what it's called. Supergirl Festival or Supergirl event. But if you look it up later on, you could see their touring schedule. And yeah, they go all over. So we're hosting opening ceremonies on Friday night. It's kind of like extreme sports, but ladies only.
Now, how many people do you expect to have there?
I have no idea. I'm not really running the show. I sewed the curtain for it, so my flyers will be in the flying around in the tunnel, and then once they talk, they'll drop the curtain, and then they fly around inside the wind tunnel. You know, like a reveal. We're gonna be dry rehearsing that today.
What I was just wondering was the participation level. How many?
You know what? 100 people,
Oh, 100.
1,000 people. I mean, we can only fit so many people. 160 is our capacity, or 190 is our max capacity in the wind tunnel, or in the building. But it's a festival.
Well, good.
We'll have a lot of people participate and just show up for these ceremonies. For the festival itself, yeah, well over 1,000 people will participate. Sure. As far as guests, athletes, maybe a couple hundred, maybe 100. I'm not
Now,
that familiar with the event in
here's my
itself.
next question for you, Jason, because I don't know if you've been watching the news or not, but
Nope,
this is the
I have not been watching the news.
the big Chinese robots. Do you think you're going to have robots flying in your tunnel?
No, yeah, no, not at all. Not even close.
Because they said in 20 years, robots will be acting just like humans.
All right, I believe it. It's kind of crazy to think, but I believe it. Technology, I mean, we're advancing, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, what was the name of that movie where was robots or whatever?
There's a couple. iRobot one.
Yep.
But yeah, there's several. The first thing that comes to mind is iRobot with that dude from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've come a long ways just since that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. And maybe it's a result of the creativeness of Hollywood that's gotten, scientists and technologists and engineers and mathematicians to figure out how we can do that. How we can, is that possible?
Here comes Captain Joe.
Anything is possible.
Attention on deck.
Captain Joe, carry on. Good morning.
Hi, sir. Hi, robot.
iRobot.
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a robot, and this is gonna be a fine looking robot, and she's gonna take care of my household, and she's gonna do my photography.
Well, that'll be the next thing. I'm not going to live long enough to see it, but
right, not in my lifetime.
yeah, when your grandkids get older, Joe, it's going to be a completely different world.
One grandkid.
There was a cartoon movie that was like that also, where everything was automated as well.
Yep.
What was that called?
I can't remember. I'll tell you, yesterday my granddaughter went to her daycare for the first time, a new one. So we brought her yesterday morning, right? And I said, "Are you happy to go?" Yes. Well, she can't wait to go, right? She loves it because she's been to two of them. One where her mama worked there, so she's used to it. So she likes it. She gets to play and everything else. So I said, "So you're gonna get to learn, huh? You're gonna learn?" She goes, "No." I said, "What do you mean, no, you're not gonna learn?" She goes, "I'm gonna play. Then I'm gonna learn."
Okay.
Like little witch.
Pretty smart though, right?
Oh, the other day, I said, you got to make sure you don't go to the bathroom because you don't have a diaper on. And we came home so she could see the dogs. And she looked at me and she looked kind of funny. I said, "You getting ready to pee?" Well, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking about it, And I said, "Well, get your ass in it. Go." So she went in the bathroom, but she all day yesterday at daycare, she went to the bathroom a couple of times and didn't pee on herself. So she wants to go to daycare. That's the incentive to make her potty train. And that's what she needs. And she always needs an incentive. I found out she likes Stitch yesterday. So I 3D printed, pick this thing up.
You're talking about Lilo and Stitch, right?
Yeah. So I 3D printed a little clicker, a little Stitch clicker. So I'll give it to her when I see her.
Nice, right on.
Oh man.
How are you coming with fixing your daughter's car?
Well, I called the place yesterday. They said 400. Okay, they tell you We don't need the other, it says on there, you don't have to return the part, we'll send you the new part, all of this. So I give her all the information. She goes, $499. This is the one Skip said, right?
Yeah.
Which is more than on eBay. I've got to send the part to them. They're going to refurbish it and send it back.
So it's just going to return the part.
But well, that's not what I want to do because the part was bad. I don't want to give them a chance, you know?
Don't want to replace it. Yep.
What are you replacing again?
It's an ECM. The
The what?
motor, the ECM, the computer. You know, it's the one that runs everything.
For what?
ECM.
ECM.
Yeah, but what is it? What are you putting in? Is it your drone?
No, this is in my daughter's automobile.
Oh, the car. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, $499. Now I'm gonna check this place on eBay. I get it for 300. I get it $420 with a 1 year warranty. Now it's $499 with a lifetime warranty. But I don't trust the fact that they say they have over 150,000 in stock, but I gotta send them one and they're gonna send me something back. So I'm thinking they're gonna go in there, they're gonna reprogram it and everything else, and then send it back.
That's the cover charge is got to the ECM's got to be programmed, right?
Right. You gotta give them the VIN number, even with eBay. Give them the VIN number, they program it and send you, and they don't ask for a return. So I think we're gonna go with the eBay side with the 1 year warranty. And it's $420. It's cheaper, and I can put it on PayPal in case something's wrong. I can't do PayPal with the other place. So, and update on Chino. He is, I think like I said, I think I see I think I see him getting better because he's not straining as much. He still is. He's still standing there when he's got to pee, but he's not straining like he was straining, and he's peeing a lot. And now when he strains, he doesn't poop a lot. It might poop a little piece. So it's not like he's emptying himself out like he was doing because he was straining so hard. And he's over there in his bed, you know, he runs around here. He come over a little while ago, started begging for a treat again. You know, so it's that stuff he hasn't been doing. So he's back to his almost normal self. Except for the old man, 70-year-old, whatever he is. You see, it's 10 years, so it's 70, 72 maybe, 72, 73. Maybe he does have a prostate problem where it's just swelling. So we'll find out. He goes to the vet tomorrow. Put him in the vet tomorrow. They'll keep him all day, and they'll get some natural
tests on him. Yep.
Well, they'll run it. The only test they want to run is they want him to. They're going to put something down where when he pees, he'll pee there, so they can check it. And they want to get it to where they don't have to put a catheter in, so the cells from the prostate are in the urine.
Oh, okay.
So they could see if there's any cells that they need to worry about, and then that'll give us a better idea. Either that, or we go pay $900 for them to do the test at the other place, and they could tell me right away. But like I said, he doesn't look like he's in any kind of pain. Last night he laid here with me the whole time. I mean, he was here laying next to me for at least 3 hours. Got up and then walked off. And before he couldn't lay that long, he'd have to get up and pee somewhere. So if he's able just to lay down without any medicine in him, like any gabapentin, for 3 or 4 hours, I think there's something changing. I think something's getting better. You know, so now, Jason's gonna appreciate this. He knows marketing and all this other crap. So last night I put out my little, it's not too late to sign up for the football season, and put the prices back out there. Within 20 minutes, I had $1,200.
Nice.
And I mean,
The little preseason sales. That's all. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because what I tell them, I said, if I have it before the game Friday night, you get it Friday. You get a free game. So all of a sudden, I had freshman parents, regular parents, like I said, $1,200 within 20 minutes. So I'm still thinking I'm going
Nice.
to probably pick up about another 3,000. I'm thinking about another 12 people. So that'll put me, you ready
And
for
what's
this? That'll put me at 40 people that I got to shoot pictures of during games.
dang?
I do it for a reason like that. Because if I get the defensive line, I get the offensive line, all I got to do is shoot a picture in that general direction. I'm gonna get people. So it's easy to get offense and defense half the game because I'm on one side of the field. So half the game, I got your kid. The quarterback's easy because he's going to sprint out and I'm going to get pictures of him. Running backs are
Is there a
easy.
minimum number of pictures that you got to make?
No, they usually get 25, 30 pictures a game.
Right on.
And it depends on how many I've got. If I try to get them at least 20 pictures a game. And sometimes there's more because I had a kid last year in 11 games had 1,000 pictures. One game he had 60 freaking pictures. He was just in everything. When that happens. That same thing happened with a kid a few years ago, a linebacker. He was in almost every freaking tackle. And if it's a clean, if I see a piece of you, you ain't getting in the picture. But I've got to be able to see most of the number, and I've got to be able to. You can't be having your back to me, something like that. So I go
Right.
through and I'm 'cause if it's edgy you in there, I'm not putting you in. I'll crop the picture first. But
Cool.
it's going to be
All
a
right,
good look.
fellas, I'm
I
gonna
don't
take
want to put a
off.
bad one.
Hey, Jason, have a good
Have
day,
a
my
good one,
friend.
Paul. Have a good one. Have a good one.
And
You have a good one, sir.
there's your salute.
Carry on.
I haven't saluted you in a
Indeed.
while. I had to get on.
I know exactly. Have a good one, fellas.
Yeah,
See
you
ya.
too.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. There you go.
So your games really start pumping up here pretty soon, huh?
Oh, my game's already pumped up. They're already pumped up, Paul. Friday night is the JV and varsity and JV jamboree where they play. They don't play instead of playing it. So they play 8 minutes. Yeah, instead of playing 12-minute quarters, they play 8-minute quarters. So they cut it down a little bit. But Mandeville ought to eat Franklinton up this week and both aspects of it. Just because Franklinton's like a 3A and we're a 4A. And it's who they play every year, the first game. When you gonna come on, TJ? Ask me about stickers. You want to come on?
Hey, Jody.
And then when I put out that little memo, I put on there, your page will be active when the payment is the page active. But go back and I said as a bonus, go back and look. I tell them go back and look at the scrimmages, and if you find any pictures of your skipper, let me know and I'll add them to your page. I'm not going back and look anymore. If I don't have to look, I'm not. Yeah, I'm expecting a few more people. 'Cause- Let me see how many things I got right now.
Well, your subscribers must really help you out because they must talk to other parents and talk to everybody about it, right?
Oh, they know me. I've been there so long. I'm a fixture. That's what it is. Now they got two kids running around. Now okay, there is a group. I'll put it to you this way: there is a group of parents that will not pay for pictures because their son is a good player and they expect to get free stuff. Okay.
Hello, Jim. I
Hey,
didn't see
Jim.
you.
what's going on with digital. He's there. Justin. Hey, Lance, what's up? LC.
Here comes Lance.
I'll tell Lance. Lance will tell you. Watch when he comes on.
Tell you
Hey,
what.
Lance.
Yeah.
You'll know it as much as I know at high school. There's a group of high school football players or any kind of sport players that are a little better than everybody else. So when it comes to picture packages, they usually don't pay for them. They don't want them because we get pictures for free from everybody. You know what I mean?
Yep. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So that happens, and it's the same group. Now, the same group has got a couple of students coming out there right now shooting pictures for them, and they're paying them like $20 for the game to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 25 a game to do it. Now, I got the principal the other day, and I said, let me ask you a stupid question. I said, I know it's their school. I said, I'm out here shooting for the paper, and I said, I'll be out here shooting for the paper no matter what. I said, I've been a fixture since 2012 here. I said, and I do the parents' pictures. I said, and I know you're not supposed to be on this field unless you have a purpose. I know yearbook's supposed to be on this field, but those two guys right there just walk on the field anytime they want, and they shoot pictures of the kids, and they're charging them too. Do you know about it? He goes, no, I don't. They're supposed to go through me. I said, so what are you going to do about it? I told us to the principal, what are you going to do about it? He said, you probably won't see him next week. I don't, he looked at me, he says, I understand what you're saying. I said, well, they're not cutting into me so much because those people are not going to buy it anyway. The people that are paying aren't going to pay for it anyway. I said, but it's just the principle of the thing. And he says, you got a point. He said, so they probably won't be out here anymore shooting pictures because I'll put out a thing that students other than yearbook aren't allowed to shoot pictures of the team on the field, on the field, he'll say. But he says, because I don't need extra people on the field. I said, well, they get in my way and then I can get hurt or they can get hurt. I said, because if the player's coming at me, I'm going to push them into it like that. I said, I'm going to use them for a shield. And he said, you got a point. He said, because there's too many people on the sidelines. I said, you're right. So it's going to piss off a whole bunch of people. But that's good. Because I had one of them, he plays for Duke right now. I asked his mom, I said, senior year, he's going to have a great year. You going to buy the pictures? She goes, I'm not buying pictures. I give pictures for free from everybody.
Up, TJ.
Yep.
So you know what happened? You know how many pictures I shot of him that year?
How many?
The last year? Maybe 20. Only because I needed to have a picture to put in the paper. Because he was that good. He was the guy in the picture I won first place with a couple years ago. Up in the air catching the ball with people under him. But I roll with it because I make my money. But it's not the point. I have one guy, he used to be a coach. His name's Luke Calvin. He comes out there and he told me, he says, I'm going to talk to him. He said, because as much as you do at this school, you need to be the sole photographer for the school. I said, I am in mostly everything in sports. He said, no, this should not have another picture anywhere that's got anybody else's name on it. I said, well, I could roll with it. I'm a nice guy. It would be a lot extra work, put it that way.
You're going to find out later some mafia kids, son that's out there taking pictures.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that shit because you know what? I got
I heard you ran my boys
bitch.
off.
I'll just say, I'm gonna tell you, I still got strings too. You remember Carlos, huh? I still got strings too. Remember Carlos, huh? Carlos Marcelo. That's my first cousin. So back off. Capiche? Yeah, I had a first cousin, Carlos Marcelo. Look him up. Big mafia boss in Louisiana. fact, when I turned 18, I had a phone call at my house. My dad answered the phone and he says, hold on. He went, hold on.
Hold
And
on.
he gave me the phone. And after I talked to him, he looked at me and says, you got a choice. You can go work for him, but you got to move out the house and you can't come back. He
So you
told me,
didn't
he told me I would always have money in my pocket and a girl on my arm if I couldn't work for him because family meant a lot.
you didn't go all Goodfellas and go ahead and go?
Oh, bullshit.
Dude, that's like one of the best movies in the world. Is good.
That way they can beat up the mailman for bringing your report card to the house.
Yeah.
Dude, I could watch that movie over and over again. That's such a good movie.
What's up, Randy?
So your dogs are doing pretty good, Joe? Or your one dog is?
He looks like he's getting better. I'm telling you. He's just, like I said, he's been muscling me like you do for food. So
I
he
got
comes over here, taps me on the leg, going, huh. And I look down and said, what you need, a treat? You'll spin. And like I said, last night he laid right here for at least 3 hours. And he didn't have to get up to run to go pee like he's been doing. Now he's still going towards the kitchen and stopping in my freaking hallway.
Yeah.
Or if he gets to the kitchen, he stops as soon as he gets in the kitchen. And I go follow him and grab him and run him to the paper. And usually, by the time I grab him, he's got a little puddle, and then I got a little puddle going all the way to the paper.
Oh.
Then he stands there for about 3 or 4 minutes before he could leave. So he is straining a little, but he's producing a lot. He wasn't producing a lot before.
That's good. That's good.
So I got a feeling they're gonna say we're gonna put him on a stronger antibiotic for another week or something.
Yeah, there you go.
But I could see a difference. Like last night he was laying with his head out from underneath the bed, kind of looking around. And I never heard him get up last night. So he might have stayed the whole night under the bed.
TJ, maybe you should take the same antibiotics.
I don't get up at night. Paul, I don't get up at night.
No, but TJ's dribbling.
You know why I don't get up at night, Paul?
Why?
I don't drink Diet Pepsis all day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, about 5 a.m, it's time to get up and go.
Do you go back to sleep afterwards, Paul?
Yeah.
I got a dentist appointment this morning. I got to find out where I'm going. They got 2 offices.
I always have to get up at least once a night because I drink a lot of water when I'm sleeping. I always keep a bottle of water next to the bed.
Yeah, and usually Boone's ready to go out too.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
So I'm booking a train from Lisbon to Porto. On the computer, it's 24 euro. On the app on the phone, it's 31. You'd think the app on the phone would be cheaper.
Unless they're trying to pull traffic to the other one more. Sometimes companies will do that too to get people to use like applications sometimes, but it's opposite for what you're talking about. But usually when a company puts an app out, they'll give you all kinds of good deals to try to push people to use it.
Hey, Lance, that's per head. That isn't including both of you, is it?
That is per head, 24 euro, one way. And it's a 3 hour and 13 minute. So it's not the fastest. The fastest is 30 euro. And that's 2 hours and 40 minutes. So it's only 20 minutes longer. If I save.
Yeah, but you guys are on vacation. You want to enjoy the scenery on the train and stuff while you're going.
Exactly.
You ain't trying to rush it.
Yeah, my appointment's at 12:10, just for a checkup at the dental. And it's
Oh,
the
there you
office that I could walk to it. That's how close it is.
Well, do it. Walk. I'll walk
I
with
could.
you.
It's not even a quarter of a mile.
Talking about walking, hey Joe, the Neo 2. I launched the Neo 2 and have it follow me from my house, and I get
You can walk
half
to
a
your
mile.
you can walk to your dentist appointment and have the Neo follow you.
I get a half a mile from my house, and it says low battery. Where is it going to land?
You ask
Well,
me
doesn't it return to home?
it
Where is it
would,
going to land? Where is it going to land,
where you
Joe?
started at.
Okay.
Not
With the Neo,
necessarily. If you're moving with the controller,
You don't
it
have a
should
controller.
update the home point as you're walking.
well,
Yeah, it doesn't.
if I launch it, if I don't launch it with the controller, just by I push the button on the side.
So what
Well,
you
don't
what
you
you
just
do is set it to hover. Don't set it to return to home.
don't you just
That,
like extend your hand out and then it just land in your hand?
yeah, but if you gotta set to return to home, it's gonna take off before you can get to it. So my
Oh,
thing is set it to hover so that when it says low battery, it's gonna stop where it's at. Then you can just walk back to it and put your hand in.
Yeah, because you think without the controller, it's pretty much going by you using it. So you would think it would just land wherever it stopped at.
I mean, that's what
Because
I would think,
there's,
but remember
yeah,
it says home point up. It says home point updated or whatever right off the bat. So it's got a home point.
because like where the thing is, like if you're not using the controller, can you really send it out a half mile away from you or a quarter mile away from you without the controller anyway? That just doesn't make sense to me. Like why it wouldn't update as it's going, just because the simple fact it doesn't really have a controller and it's basically going on human control at that point. I don't know. It's a good test though. You could try it.
Huh.
I mean, don't walk that far. Just take off and walk to the end of the street and see if it lands, and just stand there and see if it lands where you're at or if it goes back to your driveway.
Do a make sure you take it off from like a safe place by your house, so that if it does take off, it's gonna land at the house.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like take off like if the driveway's empty, take off from the driveway, walk down to the end of the street,
Yeah,
and
that's what I
just
would do.
stand there and let it sit there and hover till it die. It's gonna die and see what it does.
Can you guys see that?
Yep.
So this is what AI
It's
is telling
only
me.
okay. It said it will
Okay.
land where it's at. Other than okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because
It does
that
make
makes
sense.
sense. That's the only thing that makes sense, like for it to just go right back to where it started from. Because in reality, you would be the one controlling it at that point because there is no controller.
Yep.
So that makes total sense why it would do that.
Yeah, right here, onboard. But if I launch with the onboard buttons,
Right. It's going to want to stay next to you, not go back to where you took off from,
yep.
because it knows there's no controller. So that makes perfect sense why it would do that. And even if you were launching with the controller, you're not going to leave the controller sitting in your driveway. So it should update the home point as you're walking, I would assume, because you're moving the controller as well. I don't know. You can test that too out with the controller. Just walk with it with the controller and see if it updates the home point as you're walking. The worst case scenario is just to go back to your house and land in the driveway.
Yep. It's like when you're flying from a boat, you set it to your controller.
Tell his wife or daughter come home jamming out to Taylor Swift and running it over in the driveway. Not paying attention.
Oops. Oops.
Yeah. Fucking crunch her out in the driveway.
So 24 euros right now is 28 American dollars.
Shoot, go to Iran. It's 2 million to 1.
TJ, you work today?
Yeah, no, whoops. I'm off today. I work tomorrow though.
See, this is totally me and Sarah right here on how we drive. Watch. This is how most girls.
So take a look what you've done. 'Cause
Sarah be doing that going down the road. She just be jamming out like that, singing. I'm like,
I've seen that
God.
shit.
That's funny.
That's the first thing I asked her when she got sideswiped by the car. I said, "Were you listening to music?" No, I swear I wasn't. Uh-huh. It's her and Aubrey be doing that. They'll be driving down the road, fucking bumping Taylor Swift going to town.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You'll be rolling down the road and you'll be stopped at a stoplight or something, and somebody will be like, you look over and like somebody will be like brushing their teeth or shaving or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, I saw a lady yesterday doing about 60 down 27, and she was fucking just scrolling TikTok, not paying attention to the road.
Oh my
I see
god!
that
Wasn't in a
shit
fucking
all the
Tesla
time.
neither. She was an
And
older
then
SUV.
It's supposed to be hands-free there too, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, same thing here. It's hands-free.
the thing is she was like, she wasn't driving a no like newer Tesla or self-driving. She was in an old ass SUV, fucking
Yeah.
scrolling TikTok, going down the road, not looking. I'm like, you are fucking idiot.
What gets me, it's hands-free here, and you'll get next to a cop, and the cop's looking at his phone, working on his phone, and working on a computer at the same time. And the light changes, and he's not even looking up, he just takes off. You know?
What's up, Paul? That's hilarious.
Morning, Randy.
Randy!
Randy, what's up?
What's up?
Long time no see. What you been up to these days?
Same shit, different day, man. Working.
Yeah.
Take care of the animals.
Look, wait, hold on a minute. Both of y'all come on here with hats, your caps backwards. Y'all on the Broke Street Boys or something?
Hey,
No,
you never
turn it
know.
around. You can turn that
we
one
might
around.
have-
That's bullshit.
Hey, you never know. We could have a baseball flying at our faces. We got to be ready to catch it now. You got
I
to be
think
ready.
y'all in the band, the Broke Street
Yeah.
Boys.
There you go, Joe. This is what you were talking about right here.
Yeah, that's about what it looks like.
That's the cop.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god, that's hilarious.
Oh
I'm
no,
telling you,
they're
you're right. That's what it looks like.
they're trained to do that.
Yeah, right.
Did you remember that?
That's why my son came and put his foot off the brake and bumped somebody with his car.
Oh, you remember that one cop that hit the other car because he was watching porn on his video and his body cam caught it?
What?
Oh,
Yeah, his
Hey,
body
listen-
cam caught him looking at porn
Wait.
videos while he was driving down
ex-cop,
the road.
ex-cop.
Did I
Yeah,
tell you about the time? It's about 2 months ago. I was sitting at a red light and my son was doing something. And I was trying to reach back, messing with him. And I guess I let my foot off the brake a little bit. And as soon as I looked up, I'm like right on the back of a brand new Tesla and I hit the brakes. I didn't feel any jar or anything, but I seen his car, you know what I mean, rock a little bit. So I hurried up and put it in reverse, backed up a little bit. He gets out and he's back there looking. So I get out and I talk to him and he's looking at it, rubbing it, looking at it. I'm like, dude, I was like, if you want to talk, we can pull off to the side of the road here. I was like, I got my kids in the car. We're sitting at a red light on a 2-lane highway. You know what I mean? He's sitting there rubbing it. He was like, man, it's a brand new car. He was like, my wife's gonna be pissed. And I'm looking and I don't see nothing. I said, I don't see nothing. And there was one little smudge. And he's like, right there, look at that, right there. And I looked at it and I rubbed it and it went away. I'm like, dude, there's literally no marks on your car. And he just kept looking at it and looking at it. I'm like, dude, I was like, I'm not gonna stand here all day. I was like, I got my kids in the car. We're in the middle of the road. If you want to talk, we can pull off this side of the road. So he takes a picture of my tag and was like, all right, and got in his car and took off. I was like, man, it was a brand new fucking Tesla.
That's crazy.
Yeah, barely bumped him.
I had a guy turning on. I was behind him. I was going to pick up my kids, and I was making the turn. And we had a light, and he started making a turn. He started pulling out, and I'm looking. And as he started to pull out, the cars were coming, so he backed up. He backed up into me. So he backs up into me, breaks his tail light. I pull over. He pulls over. Cops come out there. I got a ticket. I said, look where it's at. He backed into me.
Right.
You can see he did it. You can see the way he came back. It was on the side. It wasn't even on the front. I said, how did I hit him like that when he was out in the middle of the thing and he backed up?
That's why you got to get a dash cam in your car.
Oh, no, I wish I would have had it.
Because the thing is it doesn't matter. They look at it as your fault.
I was behind.
Video footage.
Yeah, I was the guy behind. That was the whole problem. And
That's
the cop, I mean, this cop, my wife drops the kids off to me, right? And the cop's looking at me and he goes, well, were the kids in the car when you had the accident? I said, no, they weren't. He asked me 5 times. You sure your kids weren't in the car when that happened? No, they weren't in the car. When he asked me the 5th time, I said, do me a favor, call me a supervisor. I said, because I don't even want to talk to you again. So the supervisor came out and I told him, I said, the kids were dropped off after the accident. I said, he keeps asking me. I said, I told him once, if you don't want to believe me, get somebody else out here. I said, because I didn't hit the guy. My foot was on the brake. I said, my foot was on the brake. He backed into me. I still got the ticket. $286.
Yeah, definitely get you a dash cam. But in a dash cam, like I got a dash cam too, and like if that dude would have took me to court, I'm not showing my dash cam. I'm only showing my dash cam if it benefits me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody that got rear-ended by one of the buses here tried to claim that they got rear-ended, but then they went back and looked on the camera and they brake checked the bus, and so they ended up getting in trouble.
Yeah,
but if the bus wouldn't have had a camera, dude, the bus would have been liable.
You got to be a special kind of asshole to brake check a bus.
Oh, it's like the ones that brake check 18-wheelers. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. You're in a little ass fucking Prius, and you're gonna brake check an 80,000-pound truck.
Hey now. Prius, come on.
What? No, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be a little foot like that. Brake checking 80,000 pounds, even if you were in a 250. That's no match.
Yeah,
especially buses. Buses are built like tanks, bro. They hit your car and it's gonna fuck it up.
Lance take more vacations than Joe Biden.
But the difference is Joe Biden doesn't know he's on vacation.
Right.
There's no way that. I think that's his brother. I don't think that was him.
Do you have a twin brother or something?
I got this from Adorama, and it come in this purple fucking packaging, and look, it's all over the box.
Yeah. Wow.
It's all that lead paint that's scraped off on the box.
It pissed me off though. You spend that much money, I want my box to be clean and fresh, you know?
Well, Chinese lead paint, dude, I'm telling you.
Everybody paying like $289, $275, $300 for these air units. You go right on Amazon, they got them for $229. That's what they cost from DJI.
Oh, and you buy that, you get that extended warranty on it too.
Oh, I did.
Because if you break it, then you get your money back at least. That's
Yeah.
why I've been telling people that for years. I'm like, dude, stop buying those from DJI and buy them from the fucking Amazon and Walmart or something, because you can get that extended warranty. DJI don't cover those if you break it.
It's like 30. It was like $35 for 3 years.
Right, and you'd rather be out to 35 than 300, you know.
Oh yeah. And by the time it breaks, the son of a bitch is probably gonna be more expensive.
Or if you can't get it, at least you'll get your money back for it.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know the old thing they say that a spider is always within 3 feet of you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Have you ever heard that?
Spider what?
A spider is always a spider within 3 feet of you.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Because like you look at Paul right now with his mouth open, we need one to climb in there.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's good to have cameras, Mark.
Yeah. Big old spider gonna crawl in your mouth and you're gonna spit it out and we're gonna laugh our ass off. Where is a flying bug when we need one?
You ever seen the movie Richie Rich with Macaulay Culkin from the 90s?
Oh yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that movie.
Remember the remote controlled fly that the dude had?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah. That thing was
Dude, I
pretty neat.
got a 2-foot natural bug eater, dude. I'll turn him loose. He'll eat anything that moves. If I see one of them big ass spiders, Doug's coming out, bro. He's coming out to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
You need a frog with one of them long ass tongues to snatch it out the air.
Or get one of
Doug,
those.
dude.
Get a damn. Oh, what the heck is that? The thing where the other one where he extends
Gecko?
his tongue out. What's it? What's the? And he changes color due to his like where he's like
Chameleon.
in his like.
Chameleons.
Yeah, that's it.
and-
Chameleon. Yeah.
You can buy those at the pet store too.
Yeah.
Hell no, dude. Like that one day that there was a couple moths running around in the room. I let Doug go on the bed, dude. He snatched both of them. Ah, don't fuck around, dude. I'll turn Doug loose. If I would have had Doug when I saw that big spider on the ceiling, dude, it would have been over for that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
look.
want y'all to know the world's coming to an end.
The world's
Because
coming to an
I didn't post a video this morning because I don't have one to post. So I'm gonna have to go to the dentist, go fly 2 flights. So I got one for the day and tomorrow. Oh. In fact, I'm gonna charge. I want the Neil too.
Moth got into his thing the other day, dude. He fucking ate that one too. Somehow got into his enclosure. I was like, dude, you dead? We had like a bad moth outbreak in our bedroom for some damn reason, like about a month ago. It was bad, dude. Like every fucking night there was like 4 or 5 of them in our room. I finally got them where they're not in here anymore.
Somebody
Finally
running in
able to get rid
and
of it.
out, or you got a gap in your window or something.
It might have been from the window when I had the window unit in there, but I've now resealed everything. Like when I put that new unit in, I recaulked everything all around with things. I foamed up everything really good. So ain't nothing getting in there.
Boondog.
What do you want, boy?
Bye, Lance. See you later.
What?
There's nothing more annoying when you're sitting in the bed at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning and a fucking moth's going at your phone. It's the only light in the room. It is annoying.
Randy sounds like, come on, Dad, let's go.
I finally got.
Leave Cleo for
I started
Phil.
printing with this PA6GF. It's glass fiber. Dude, this stuff is so fucking strong. Like you can't.
Watch him snap it. Boom.
Dude, it's strong. This stuff is really, really strong.
How expensive is it?
What is
It's like
that?
$60 a roll, but I got it on sale. It was $23 a roll. This is a
Now,
base for a.
Do you have to have ventilation for that?
No,
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
doesn't smell like anything else.
Well, like I started reprinting some parts I was having issues with Pet G, and I just did instead of the standard 15% infill that most of the files are set to, I
Yeah.
put it to like 75, dude. And that shit was solid as hell.
Well, I made it's a desk mounted camera holder, so I can, like, if I'm doing something on my desk, I can put the arm up and the camera can look right down on it. And I printed all the stress points, like the joints, out of the PA6, and then I printed the rest out of this. So, like, this is where a lot of stress is going to be. The only thing that sucks with this stuff is you gotta anneal it. You gotta put it in an oven for like
Who's that behind you there, Randy?
Oh, that's my son.
Oh, you have to print it, and then you have to put it in the oven to cure.
He's got his own computer too.
Yeah, he's got his tablet. He
Oh,
wants
dude, you
some-
could get. I was gonna say you could get yourself a little, a nice little, what do you want to call it? Little ovens that you can put in the room just for doing that.
Yeah, like
Easy
a
bake,
easy
easy
bake
bake
oven.
oven.
Like a little toaster oven or something.
Well, you got to have a forced air induction type of oven.
What
You
about
can't-
what about one like with an air fryer built into it?
That would work as long as there's no like heating elements that are in the chamber.
The air fryer essentially is just an oven with a fan.
It's with a air fryer or a toaster oven, it's hard to maintain a steady temperature over the entire area of the oven. Like you'll have hot pockets all around it.
TJ likes hot pockets.
I used it's a New Wave oven. It's an infrared oven,
Yeah, I like hot pockets. What you're talking about?
and you can also use, depending on which one you got, you can use your filament dryer to do it also.
They're pretty good.
I had to dry this stuff at 80 degrees Celsius for 24 hours.
Mm. Dude, classic hot pockets,
What?
ham and cheese or pepperoni.
Talking about
Those are the two best.
Yeah.
Hey,
What was I saying? Oh, that's it. Go ahead.
Justin, Paul, you need one of these.
I'm
What's
on
that?
the computer. What is it?
The pooper scooper.
Ah,
You attach
Oh, yeah.
you attach the bag right here on the end.
the train tickets online at
And you
the
scoop it right up.
company that I have my app for.
You know what I do though?
Did
Would
you
be-
3D print that, Randy?
Yeah,
He says a back scratcher too.
back scratcher.
That works.
Hoop catcher, back scratcher. You know.
Well,
You
see,
just
our whole
print it.
back, like half our backyard is nothing but like really fine sand. The grass doesn't like to grow there.
Right.
So I just dig a hole and I rake it all into a hole, bury the shit.
That works.
I'll just go out there and dig like a little 2-3 foot hole, bury it, and just let it naturally compost.
What do you want? What do you want?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
can't hear you. No.
What's up, Dre?
Okay.
What do you want?
So Justin, here's my question.
You see?
What?
If I buy my train ticket on the computer, on the app that I'm using on my phone, would that transfer? Would the tickets transfer to my phone? I'm curious.
I
What do you
don't have any idea with that. 'Cause I don't know how their system works. I would assume so, yeah, because if you're logged in the same account, you should be able to pull them up on your phone.
You would think so?
If not,
huh?
just print them out and put them in your bag that you're taking with you.
Yeah.
Like do a file folder and put all your important shit in there you got to take with you,
Oh,
like
yeah.
any printed out tickets, stuff like that. I would
Yep,
just print
that's
it out, and have a hard copy. So I would say, especially when you're traveling like that, it's probably good to have hard copies on you just in case something happens to your phone or something. You know,
Yeah,
you don't want to be
that's our
stranded.
plan.
Yeah, I would just get a little nice little file folder to travel with, put all your
Cool.
important stuff, put it in your bag.
Is that a new build, Randy?
No, this is an old build. I just put all new prints on it.
Oh, there you go.
But I'm building the Quad Mafia Omerta, the RV2.
Heck yeah.
They got their own drone now.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty nice too. Like these arms, see these arms? When you put them on, when you sandwich them in the frame, they lock together like this.
So who designed that?
So it gives them,
Joe.
it gives it extra strength from moving.
Joe Leone, I think, did.
No,
didn't
the quad
Yeah,
mod,
he's
I don't
part
know
of it.
who, I don't know who directly designed it, but I think they all had a hand in revising it. But it's Michael Flyzone.
Oh yeah, Mikey from Fly Zone.
He's the one that I think he's the one who was like head of the whole project.
So he's the one selling them online.
Yeah, I think he runs the website.
So they pretty much send you all the parts for it and everything, or is it just a frame?
Well, they send you a bunch of stuff. I got the frame. I mean I can print all my own parts, but it was like 10 extra bucks. I got all the parts printed for it. Because I wanted black. I don't have black.
They're 3D printing everything.
Yep, I don't have black TPU. This goes on the front of the frame.
Now, what are they printing all those parts out of?
What's that?
What are they printing all them parts out of?
TPU.
What about the frame itself, or is that something that they?
Oh no, that's cut out of carbon fiber.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't print that.
So they're working with a manufacturer then.
Right.
Okay.
And this thing has, I think it's 6mm arms. So they're a lot thicker. If you look at this one, see how much thicker the arms are?
Oh yeah.
It's a
I think
tough business to be getting into right now.
This is 4mm arms and these are 6mm arms. So you really gotta bash the shit out of this thing to break it. This little camera right here is badass. The only thing I don't like about it is it overheats. If it's not moving, it overheats in about 20 minutes in the sun.
Yeah, because all these new cameras, little things like that, are coming with these high-end processors in them, and they don't have any cooling.
Right. Now,
Isn't
somebody,
Joe
somebody,
soldering them and selling them?
what are you talking
Well,
about?
Joe Leone, isn't
Which-
he building it and selling the drone as well?
Yeah, he's
Um,
building a lot of them.
If you want one and you want you want it built, I'm sure one of them guys will build it for you.
Yeah, I
But
think
that-
Joe's sold
that's-
like 10 or 12.
That's half of the fun for me is building it. The only thing I don't like doing is programming them. That's the pain in the ass.
Or crashing it.
No, crashing is not bad because they hold up really good. This is my camera is still all busted up on this one. See,
I
the
give
kids-
it to them though. That's a tough business to be getting into right now.
Well, they're not. I don't think they're really trying to compete with anybody. They just wanted to build their own frame that suited their needs. And the right now, I think primarily the main people that are buying them is people that are in the little, you know what I mean, community.
Oh no! I'm not saying they're trying to compete with anybody. I'm just saying drones in general is a tough business to be getting into right now with all this shit going on.
Oh yeah, well FPV is a lot different.
Weren't they having like a problem getting a lot of FPV parts over here last year or
No.
so?
It was the tariffs. The tariffs was just jacking the price up.
Jacking the price up.
Okay. I remember somebody saying something a while back about.
But I
parts
heard
were-
from somewhere the tariffs are gone.
Ask Canada.
I think Rotor Riot put out a thing saying no more tariffs.
Yeah, I think they're in like litigation over there right now.
He sent a set of props for it. So you get the frame, all the prints. He sent props. There's a bunch of stickers in here, some keychains. If I can get the fucking bag open.
Randy, do you have the DJI 360?
No, I don't. The Avata 360.
Yeah.
No, the reason I didn't get that, you can't fly it in manual mode, and I really don't like that. So you're limited
Sure.
to 36 miles an hour or whatever.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
fly that joke in manual mode for a heartbeat. I'm telling you, because of the way the cameras are, you know?
I would
Um,
rather get like the DJI 360 camera and strap it to an FPV.
I think it
Yeah.
was
Okay.
Barkley at Minefield crashed his 360 because he took obstacle avoidance off at Minefield.
Who is that?
I think it was Barkley.
Hmm.
So
That's
it's
Uh,
saying
Does
that. Okay.
does the 360 Joe have follow me? Does it have a quick shots or any? I haven't even played in that part.
I don't use it like that. I don't know.
So apparently the long-standing tariff levies on Chinese goods and solar panels are still in place. National security duties, Section 232 tariffs on steel and aluminum and recent additions like polysilicon continue to apply. And then although the Supreme Court did strike down certain emergency-based tariffs in early 2026.
Good morning.
It doesn't really give like a really good breakdown on what the tariffs are, but there are some of them that are still in place on certain products. What they're saying.
Oh, here. Yeah, these are just 3D. They're pretty cool. Though. The 3D printed keychains made out of TPU.
Pretty neat.
I like how they're multicolored. I'd like to start doing some of that, some multicolored TPU.
Dude, TPU is such a bitch sometimes. So
You
That's
got some
TPU?
stickers too?
Why you say that?
I'm talking about like especially when if you're doing something with supports on it. Oh god, dude. TPU supports are a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Because they
man,
don't just
they
break
don't
off
peel
like
off.
yeah, they don't
Cut 'em
break
off.
off like you have to
Yeah.
literally cut them off and then try to like smooth it out to make it look smooth because they don't just break off like PLA and PETG does.
This stuff right here helps.
X2D's on sale, by the way.
Support
X2D
material.
with AMS like 840 or something like that.
This is for PET-G and PLA, but they make support material for TPU also.
Yeah, like if you're doing something flat like that, it's not bad. But if you're doing like
Yo,
a
stop.
big print
Go.
that has a lot of supports with TPU, it can be a bit of a bitch. Because like I said,
Yeah.
it doesn't just snap off like it does with the other materials.
Like this cage right here. This thing
Yeah.
had a shitload of supports on it.
Oh yeah, and I bet it was a pain in the ass. I had to get up in there. Or did you print that or did they?
I printed that.
Yeah, you had to get up in there with the snippers and
Yeah. That's for my old quad. The only thing they printed was all the black stuff here. For the new one. I thought that was a nice little touch that they sent. They sent some cool props. Gem fan props with it. Oh, one of the main things I printed out of that the PA6 GF that I really needed was on my RC car. It's in the car right now. I'll show you. But there's a little spot where the wing mounts that you can print an action camera mount, and every time I flip it over, the damn thing breaks. So with the PA6 glass fiber, it should hold up really well. But that stuff I couldn't print with it until I went online and watched got all the settings from somebody.
Hey, Lance, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, Joe.
I got 31 players signed up right now. I need 12 more.
Bowling.
I need the offensive line and the defensive line and the running backs. Because that way 90% of my pictures will have one of them in it.
See how these arms lock together? Like it's not just the arm sitting in there free, they all lock together. So if you land and hit the arm, all the rest of the arms are taking the pressure from it.
Are you doing
that's
signs,
cool.
Joe?
What'd you say?
Are you
So are you
creating
doing
signs
signs?
this year?
Yeah, I did signs. I've got 2 boxes of signs over there. I got to give out tomorrow.
Oh, that was a costume they made a big deal about at Target. Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of. I sold 25 signs and 9 heads.
You know what made signs popular? COVID.
Yep.
Oh, it was a printed out face. What the fuck? Dude.
That's when I think we gave ours to our high school graduating seniors that year. And then every year after that, all the seniors expected that. Where's my
Yep.
sign? It's like, well, they're $40. You can buy them from this company. They were pissed. And these are regular, class of 23 signs, not, anything special like you're doing.
Dude, my wife's got jury duty on a murder trial.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, that's why I had
Oh,
to.
dude, women love that type of cases.
Yeah, she's pissed.
Dude,
Did she
Sarah
get
would have
picked?
loved to be on that.
And
Yeah.
it's a child. They killed a child and kept it in their suitcase for like 2 weeks, carrying
Wow.
it around with them.
TMI, you're not supposed to know anything yet.
No, that's all public information.
Oh,
She hasn't told me anything.
wink, wink.
I don't even think she's been selected yet.
Oh, okay.
This is the second day she's had to go up there.
Yeah, I was just looking up that costume they were making a big deal about from Target. Had to pull it from their website.
I think I can now back out of jury duty for 3 years, I think. Now that I've been given a summons.
All you gotta do is walk in there and be like, I don't care if he's guilty or innocent.
Well, I don't want to waste my time to even get there.
No, all you do is you're gonna say I'm racist, anti-Semitic, homophobic. I hate everybody.
Yeah. I'll be like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad was lucky when I was growing up because he would just go in there with his uniform on. They'd be like, all right, go. Like if you're a first responder, they're just like, bye. They don't even try to keep you.
What you gotta do is don't answer the summons and say, I never received it.
Yeah, I think it's a misdemeanor, but there's so many people that don't respond that they don't have people to go after you. So
yeah.
Well, they like here, they can either a lot of times they'll hold you in contempt and then they'll charge you a fine and you'll end up having to pay some kind of fine.
Yeah. Somebody asked that in the first sitting I sat in April. Someone said, what if you don't answer that? And the guy told him, he said, well, there was 400 people that got sent this one. And look, there's about 60 of you here. So he said, we just don't have the resources to go after people.
Yeah, because on mine, when I got mine last time, it said that they could either put a bench warrant out for you or you'll be held in contempt and they'll send you a fine. Which most likely that's probably what they would end up doing is sending you a fine.
Yeah, that's what's got her all shook up. She was like, I don't want to get a warrant out for my arrest.
Shook up.
I don't have it's hard for us to find babysitters because I literally have nobody on my side of my family. Like I don't have my mom, I don't have my dad. My aunt lives, you know what I mean, like an hour away. My sister works every day. We have like no babysitters. And my kids are special needs. So to hire a babysitter or take them somewhere, it's a freaking arm and a leg.
But you can always call into the court and talk to them the day before and explain to them if you have a certain situation. And they can dismiss you over the phone in certain cases.
She's stubborn.
You have to call and talk to them. If you call up to the courthouse or actually just go up there and talk to them and explain to them, hey, I got a special needs children. I don't have a way of anybody watching them. And then they could take that information and figure out something
Yeah, my wife's stubborn. She don't listen to you can't tell her anything. We got into it last night and she kicked me out of her house. I'm like, you fucking bitch. She was like, get out of my house. Get out of your house. All right. Deuces.
Get off my lawn.
I'm out and I won't be back. So she's literally like, I got off work and I come over to get the kids. And like, as soon as I walk in, she starts fucking bitching about jury duty and like, she like stares at me when she's talking to me with like wanting me to react to every little thing she says. I'm like, dude, just fucking relax.
There's an easy way of not doing jury duty. Don't sign up to vote.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next time the thing comes around and they want you to ask you to re-register, you'd be like, nope. If you don't sign up to vote.
I
you don't
thought it
have to
went
go.
by your license.
No, it's voting.
No, it's when you register to vote.
Yeah, that's where I
what
messed
it,
up.
yeah, if you don't register to vote, then you don't have to.
2025 election was the first time I ever voted. And I got jury duty too.
So they want to make sure you're a citizen of the United States to be on jury. And if you register to vote, they know you are.
That's how they've always done it there.
It's a pain in the ass because you got to call out of work. If you don't have PTO, you don't get paid for it. So like, depending on how long the case is, you know, somebody could lose their house. You know what I mean? Like
you can't lose your job, but you definitely could lose a house because they give you like $30 a day. It's a long-term case, and it's only like $15 a day or some shit if it's only a couple days.
You can really fill it up.
I think it should be a law. If you got jury duty, your employer should have to pay you.
Have a good day.
You know
well,
what I mean?
Some employers do. Like mine, if I go to jury duty, they still pay me for the full day.
Well, you work for the county or whatever, right?
Yeah, some jobs will pay you still if you got to go to jury duty.
Not my dude. I'm telling you,
not all of them though.
It seems like the bigger the company I work for, the less they fucking do for you. If you work for a little tiny company, they like before my company got bought out, they used to do all kinds of stuff for us. They'd give us a nice Christmas bonus. They'd help, but the company I work for now is fucking irritating.
So, Randy, the courts paid me. My job did not pay me. In fact, my job used to say, if you get paid, we need that money because we're paying you your salary anyway.
Right.
So the courts would pay. In fact, I got two $25 checks. I got one in like April and one in June because I had to do it twice. But my job stopped asking for those checks.
Take off, guys. I'll see y'all later on tonight, hopefully.
TJ.
Hey, TJ.
Later, TJ.
I was on a jury from mid-October to the end of November in 2019, just before COVID hit. And that was way too long. This one guy would not say the guy was innocent until he turned over every rock in the jury room.
Dude, I was watching this podcast yesterday about this veteran who was on disability, and they had him labeled as uneligible to be able to work, right? And he was getting like $2,000 or $3,000 a month from the VA, and he started a nonprofit to give him something to do. Well, he wasn't getting any money from the nonprofit.
Good morning.
Like a company would come to him and say, "Hey, we want you to do a speaking position. We'll pay you $20,000." He would have them write the check to the nonprofit instead of him.
Right.
Dude, the VA tried to prosecute this dude for not having for volunteering, saying that he shouldn't be able to do that. And then he ended up getting jail time over it, which I thought was complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't making any money from it. It was something to get him out of the house. They didn't say, there's nowhere in the VA's like statutes on that say anything about you volunteering your time to anything if you're getting paid disability.
Right.
But yet they still prosecuted this dude. And I don't see how the prosecutor could even remotely think that was a good case. Like, I just don't understand that. And the judge felt bad for him, actually gave him the minimum sentence because he had to give him something. And he gave him like the bare minimum sentence, which he had to do like 6 months in a camp, a work camp.
Right.
Which Trump wants to get rid of those anyway, which I agree with. If these people are living at a camp and there's nobody even watching these fucking people because they don't think that they're that dangerous to society, why are they even fucking there? Why aren't they at home? Why are we wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on these stupid work camps? Like, put an ankle monitor on them and send them home. Like, why do we need to pay for them to sit at a camp where they're not even being monitored?
Right.
It's stupid. If they're such low-level criminals that we don't even worry about them escaping out of a camp with no fences, and they can get in work trucks and drive 20 miles away and work without even a guard with them, why do we need to house them there? Put an ankle monitor on and send them home.
Right. I agree.
I think those camps are I agreed with them. Those camps are such a waste of money. You might as well just give them in-house, just make them to where they have to stay at home and then they can leave for work every day. And
House
just have
arrest.
to come straight out.
House arrest.
Yeah, house arrest.
So Dre popped in a few minutes ago. He's retiring in about a month. That loser.
Lucky him.
Takes
Another-
one to know
he-
one.
Another quitter. Another quitter.
Yeah, another quitter. Yeah, exactly. I'm in the fantasy football league, and the guy that's running it said, "Hey, can we meet on, September 8th to do the draft?" And I said, I'm out of the country, and I don't have a job. But
You couldn't pay me to go to Europe. Europe, Asia, Africa, any of them countries. I ain't leaving the United States.
Portugal is one
I
of
don't
the
like leaving the safety of
friendliest
Florida, let
countries.
alone the United States.
Right.
Portugal is one of the friendliest countries in the world, they said, as far as just loving people. So
Yeah,
I'm looking
Portugal
forward
might
to
be
that.
friendly, but who knows what the surrounding neighbors are sending over there? You know what I mean? Say, hey, there's an American. Go kidnap them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a Canadian flag. I already contacted Hot Dog. He's sending me one. I'm going to put it on my backpack.
Just dangerous times we live in.
So Dre's going to have to turn all of his drones in when he retires. I think those are his companies.
No, most of those. are his.
He owns those.
I thought that'd get him.
Yeah,
in here.
but it's still his company, so he's definitely going to have to give them all to Lance at a steep discount.
Yep, exactly. I'll take the M3.
I
You
want
want
the
the
MT-30. That's what I
yeah,
want.
there you go. Tell him you'll give him like $35 in shipping.
MT-30 goes for about
$50 in shipping.
12 goes for about 12 grand new. I'll give him 2,500, and that's pushing it.
Say, I'll give you 2,500 and a box of Twinkies.
Yeah.
You might do it for the Twinkies.
And he doesn't even have to take off the company label off the side of the drone.
Right.
For
Here it
2,500, Randy, I'd go pick it up for that price.
Yeah.
I knew that I'd get Dre in here. Good morning, Mr. Crawford. Good morning,
Got
Mr.
him in.
Crawford.
It's like saying Dre 3 times. You know? Beetlejuice.
Hello, Dre.
I think
What's
Dre's
this
using his
nonsense
vacation
about me
time.
needing to sell my drones, Lance?
You got a steep discount because you're retiring.
So you can afford to retire.
Hey, Randy said he'll give you 2,500 for the MT-30.
Yeah, right. I'll even pay for the batteries.
He said he'll sweeten the deal. He said he'll throw in a box of Twinkies or whatever your go-to Little Debbie is.
There you go. I'll throw in 2 boxes. Make it sweet.
Make it sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dre, you're about a month out now, buddy.
Yeah. Getting there. At the end of this week, I'll be pretty much a month out.
Yeah. And then are you on vacation? Are you using vacation time or are you going into
Yeah,
work?
I just got 80 hours of admin time, so I'm burning that up through the middle of the September.
Okay. And then the
So-
last 2 weeks you'll go in to get all your gifts from your employees.
Man, I ain't expecting
And
nothing
parties.
from people.
Are you putting 90% of your check in your 401k?
No, I'm not sticking around to do that. I was thinking about doing that out of state another year,
Yeah.
but no, there's
See, the
nothing
thing is, Dre,
for me to stick around.
Dre, when we sign up as an educator in the state of Washington, you have to choose right then. It's either 5, 7, 10, or 15%. And you cannot change it, which I think is so wrong. But
That's
Yeah.
your pension or your separate, what they call, is it a 467 now they call it?
that's our pension. That's our pension.
Okay, that's your pension. Ours, hers here in California it's just a certain, you don't pick it, it's just kind of set.
Okay.
Based
Yeah,
upon
we
your
set
salary.
ours.
It's based off your salary.
And
And
I
it
did
used to be you
7%.
had to, whatever your last salary range for the last 2 years, it used to be
Yes.
that. Now it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm topped out in pay. Only way I get any more money if I get promoted. And since they're not even opening the position, that's why I said it just doesn't do anything for me to stick around.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not,
they'll
I
match
don't have
up
a
to
chance to increase
15%.
my pension, because that's what Anika, I don't have to be here 2 years. I could be here 6 months in a newer position with more pay, and that will be my base standard for my pension.
Yeah.
What,
They'll
And,
what
match
did
up
you
to
say, Justin?
they'll match up to 15%.
yeah.
Oh wow, most jobs won't go higher than 10.
My job's 50% too.
50.
50%. They match 50% of what you put in up to 6% of your pay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Up to a certain percentage of your pay, though.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, dude. 50%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes off your salary, percentage of your salary. And that's why I said, unless they're gonna allow me to promote up because I'm topped out in pay, there's nothing for me to stick around for. No, the difference between me staying now and the next May, which would be my actual 20th year closeout, it's only $50.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like Social Security with me as well.
Yeah.
If I wait until I'm of 60, I think it's 67 and 8
Mhm.
months or something. It's only like $50 more a month.
Right.
So it'd take 15 years to recoup the money that I'm not collecting now.
Yeah. So
it's like,
that's why, like I said, the only reason I'll wait on Social Security at the end of the year, like you said, December is my birthday, turning 65.
Yeah,
Because then they can't cap you on any additional money that you can earn.
exactly. And 65 is probably the number you want to least go out with.
Right. So like I say, December I'll file for Social Security and have that little bit of money coming in. And just like I said, I'm gonna walk away with about since I found out they were not gonna fully cash me out on my sick time I had built up, I've been burning that up. So I'll walk out with about 15,000 of vacation hours. What I did was 2 weeks ago, I filed my W-4 for exempt for the last month I'm here.
Yep.
So I get all my money. Because what I normally do, I have my W-4 take out an extra $100 on top of my normal federal and state tax to make sure I at least break even or close to it for my tax season. So I can say I've done that all year. And so I'm exempt out for this last 2 paychecks.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, Dre, that's everything. That's your retirement, that's your Social Security, that's your Department of Retirement. They say you turn 65 December 1st. Doesn't matter what day of the month you turn 65, but it's the first of the month.
Yeah.
That was my wife's case. She retired June 30th. She turned 65 late July, but they said, nope, you get insurance, you get everything July 1.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
did not know.
Lance, quit throwing out numbers. I'm trying to look at numbers on pictures.
that.
I'm looking at 63, 65. Since she turned 65, and I had to go back and look again.
Yeah.
So Dre, you'll really like it. You'll walk like me every day, any time of the day.
You know what? I need to pick that habit up because I'm either going to go to the gym 4 times a week instead of my 2, and those other 2 days I'm gonna do treadmill work.
Yeah,
you know,
and
something
apply
like
for
that.
silver sneakers. It's free. You get a gym membership for free, so you don't
Oh,
have
is
to pay
that right?
anymore. Yeah, look into it. Look into your Medicare card and silver sneakers, and see which gyms in your area offer that. Most of
No,
them do.
definitely. Well, I got a great deal on my plan because the LA Fitness that we belong to now, well, we've been there for almost, I think it opened in 2017. Yeah, almost 10 years now. I was an inspector on that job. So I was able to walk in and got a real good deal. We only paid $45 for me and my wife a month.
So 45.
Now, does that include one guest each too?
That's one dinner for you at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You get one guest each on that plan too, Dre? Because I know the gym memberships here, they let you bring in one person with you. Yeah,
I can bring in a guest at any time, but like I say, it's they only let
not bad, though.
Come in for every 2 weeks or something like that. They can be a guest. But yeah, most people are paying double compared to what I pay. And still.
Down here at the Just Move down here, they were a big chain of Gold's gyms, but they changed the thing because they said Gold Gyms was too manly and the women didn't like it. So they just revamped the whole thing and made it Just Move now. And they let you can bring a guest in every day as long as they're with you when you come in.
Oh, is that right? No, I think ours is limited to about a couple of weeks tops. Somebody can come in as a guest and stuff.
My sister used to have a membership and she'd take her son in there every day with her.
Yeah.
Yep. So look into that. Save yourself $45.
No kidding. That's about a half a tank of gas.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, when my wife and daughter hit California, gas prices skyrocketed from Oregon to Cali. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
All Lance is trying to do is save you shipping costs when you start shipping them drones to him.
Exactly.
Lance don't want none of my drones. He can't just stop on the side of the road and fly my drones. Especially that M300 I got now. That thing is huge. The case is huge.
37 minutes, 51 seconds.
It's a major event just setting it up to fly.
Kind of like the Inspires back in the day.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot going on, and definitely got to make room for what you're doing.
Like, how long would it set you up? Like, say you were just gonna fly it just to fly it, and you started, like, you pull the case out. How long does it take to fully set up and like actually get it?
I would say a good 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
What, buddy?
It's definitely a job, though.
What do you?
It's what it is. It's just awkward, because with like a drone, you can't grab it in certain areas because you want to damage the props and you want to damage the all this kind of stuff. And with M300, you got to attach the payload to it, the camera, whatever camera you're going to use, you got to attach that to it. you know, and it's a little delicate piece. You don't want to screw that up. So I said, just to take your time, not rushing, make sure everything's good to go. I say good 15 minutes.
Yeah, I would say that too. Even the Phantoms weren't right out of the box. You send them up.
Well, it depends on what size case you had, because I always like the cases I had where I could keep the props on. I'd have to screw them on each time and stuff. That was a big thing then, was attaching the props to the old Phantom 3s and early Phantom 4s. And like I said, depending on what case you had. If you had a case that would allow you to keep them on, that saved you about a minute or two right there.
Oh, Joe, did you get any update from DJI on your Mini 5?
Oh yeah, stupid asses. They come back and they said, we sent you some information, go look at it. They came back and they said, you need to contact the person you bought it from to talk to them because of the sensors and all of this. I said, hold on a minute. I didn't say anything about sensors. They said, well, you flew over water. You said you were flying over water and you said that you were afraid that it wasn't acting right over water. I said, no, I said that I was afraid about I sent them another picture of the prop, circle the place that was on the prop. I said, all I was talking about was the props. You know, I said, I'm hearing people that's dropping out the sky. And one of my props is one side of it was coming apart. I said, that's what I'm trying to find out about. So I'm waiting now.
Yeah, I was watching a show on Prime last night, and I was listening to the show, and I heard you guys talking about Billy Kyle had several of his drones drop out the sky, his Mini 5s or something.
Yeah, it fell out a couple of times, Billy did.
Yeah.
Because what happened, I don't know if you could, I don't know if I got it.
Operator error.
No, it's not.
Well,
So, Joe,
I was listening to Bill making these assumptions about Billy at the same time trying to kiss his butt, you know.
If you look at the prop here, right? It's you got the piece going across that holds the prop in place, right?
Same problem as your butter.
You have a pin that goes through, right? Now, if you look at this side, there's no play, right? Look at this side. If you look at it real close, you can't see it, but there's a gap where this side is going up like this. So this has got a lot of play in it, right? Well, this one here, nothing. So what's happening is this pin is coming out of the plastic. And when
I thought it was the motor shaft you were talking about.
No, it's the pin on the prop that's holding the prop on. And the reason being is because watch.
The torque.
Let me show you. You see how watch. It's not moving, right? You got to push it in for it to move because it locks in place. So what's happening is the locking, like this right here, will lock. And you see how it's not doing it? Like it won't come loose. So what's happening is, I don't know if I did it or what. People are forcing it. They're going and they're pushing it instead of pushing it in. And they're bending the tops of it.
They over-engineered
wearing down the locking mechanism.
Yeah, and I think that's what because I noticed I was clicking them when I was putting them back right there. You know, when I was closing it up, I was clicking them like that, not pushing them in. So I don't know if I stressed it or it. Now, also, this prop touched the grass. It just barely clipped the grass. And it said check your props. And then when I went to fly it the next day, it said check your props again. You know, but it flew, and I flew it maybe 4 or 5 times with this one prop, with this. And when I saw that, I looked at it, and when I saw this like that, I said, take that shit off quick, because you could see where that if you look, you can't see it, but I could see it looking at it. It's up high enough that there is a gap between the silver and the black, holding it. So it doesn't take much for that pin to fall out.
Now, I mean, I know majority of people never look at the manual, but does it cover the locking mechanism or whatever in the manual for as knowledge to know that the props need to be in a locked position to fly?
Yeah, it does.
So basically,
maybe.
Yeah, so what we're saying, people are not, as they reading the manual. and
You
it
got a
has
point.
not
I'll be
been-
honest with you.
Like I say, and it hasn't been a issue that most folks have paid attention to, thinking the drone itself is just falling out of the sky when it's basically been operator error in the pre-setup, pre-flight.
Well,
To
all
make
I'm
sure the
telling
props
you,
are locked.
all I'm telling you is I push them in now before I do anything.
Yeah.
So it's just not the one prop. I mean, it's just the one prop, Joe, not like the two back ones or
No,
the
it's
two
just
front
one.
ones.
It was
because one side of the blade was locked, the other one's already locked.
yeah. All of them will lock in place, but what it was is it was facing you, that side front,
Mm-hmm.
left side front.
Mhm.
And when it landed on the pad, when I was live with Johnny, it came down and that one leg missed the pad and it went on the grass.
Look, Paul's checking his Mini 5. Look at him. He's like, oh shit.
Mine don't lock at all.
Oh, they lock.
Uh-oh.
They
Uh-oh.
lock,
It's
Paul.
gonna,
You're not
it's
doing it
gonna
right.
fall into the lake. Hey, but you're lucky, Paul. I still have my Air 2S and my Sphere, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got to make room for Dre's drones. The MT-30 takes up a lot of
My
space.
whole pre-flight, pre-check pays off, because it's one thing I do when I take any of my drones out is I rub my hand along the edges of the props.
I do that too.
And that would, you know, you got a little bit of a pull on it, so you would know if it's not in a locked position.
Well,
And you
the-
pat
the-
the front of it and say, good boy, good boy, fly well.
You
it
do
will
it very
still lock in
sensual,
place,
like
even
a-
though it's got that play in it. It's got
You gotta
enough
do it
to do it.
you got to do very sensual, like you're touching a woman. Just feel
You
it
gotta
really
stroke your prop.
nice.
I ain't stroking no prop.
You gotta stroke it like you know it.
Y'all dirty. Y'all a bunch of dirty people. I'm gonna start bringing the name of Jesus up in this place.
Yeah.
So
But
Greg,
that's an
your wife's
old
back at
habit
work
from
this
the-
week, I bet.
You know, from my Phantom days, or even before that, when I first bought my
Jumping off, I'll catch
what
y'all
was
later.
it, the
See ya.
that little dinky drone DJI put out 10 years ago.
Hello.
Not the Tello, the Spider, not the Spider. It starts with
Spark.
an S.
Yeah,
Spark.
Spark. Because I was one of the things with the Spark was make sure you always check your props prior to flight. And he's talking about, you know, rub the, you know, grab it and rub your fingers, the two front forefingers and your thumb along each prop.
If you got that little orange tip on there and that orange tip's coming off, change prop.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice when I said I'm gonna start bringing up the name of Jesus, Justin left, right?
He was getting a little overheated.
Devil's always got to hide under a rock.
No, he was getting that made him think he had to get ready for Easter early. So he was off hiding his eggs.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I tell you, because 90% of my flights are over water. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the whole bottom line, I'm thinking, man, and I did have one incident about the third flight. It was after that time that it was flying and it went. It gave a little flick like that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of what was that about? You know, because I mean, it was very pronounced.
Yeah.
And that could have been that prop just trying to come loose.
Yeah.
I thought something had clipped it or something because it went.
Yeah.
And I noticed on a flight before I checked it, one of the last flights I did, I'm flying level coming down and it's trying to go up. So that's telling me that prop could have been off and trying to get some more lift.
Well, yeah, because like I said, the props are all made to be on certain edges of the drone.
Right.
The rear ones, the front ones. You know, like I said, that's one thing you learn back in the old Phantom days, especially the Phantom 3 series, is that you had to make sure you had those props in the right way. It wouldn't fly. It wouldn't take off or whatever.
Yeah, because you got to mark down. I think we need to flip them and do them the opposite way and just take a chance. Make it exciting, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that thing wouldn't even get off the ground or just roll over on its side.
Well, that was like Joe. Joe was flying one day with us, a Leo over at
Mm-hmm.
Manchac, and he put him on there, and he said, "Sounds different." He took off with it. It was the FPV, right? So sounds
Yeah.
different. He got about 10 feet out, and he said, "It's not even flying right." He pulled it back and landed it. He had the props on backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he heard it. You know,
Mhm.
I couldn't tell the difference because I'm flying.
Yeah.
But he knew the difference. He said, "No, it's not flying right. Get it back." Pull it
Yeah.
right back. He had
Yeah,
the props off.
had them on backwards.
Yeah, he had the props on opposite the way it was supposed to be.
Usually they won't even fly.
Well, it
Yeah,
did.
usually they
It
won't
was
take off.
flying funny, but it was flying.
Yeah, because
But his FPV maybe is
the old
different,
ones, it
isn't it?
used to be on the, you flip it over, it would tell you L, R, all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, the positions where it's supposed to be, or it would say clockwise or counterclockwise.
Well, Paul did that with one of his drones. I can't remember which one it was a while back. That he had the props on backwards, and when he went to take off, the thing kept all it was doing was trying to go down into the ground, right there in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I might have been like the Mini 3 Pro.
Yeah, that's what my FPV stuff does. When I got the props on wrong, it'll start bouncing around and flopping like a fish, acting crazy.
No, you know what it was? It wasn't that they were backwards. He had one prop that was, it was like you got the 4 props. He had like the 1, 2, 3. He had 2 3s on one side or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it did come up, but it was wobbling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was kind of, I was half listening last night, and that's the main part I picked up on. I was watching some show on Prime. I think it was called Justin's Gone. The Winter King is basically another King Arthur story and stuff. It had about 10 episodes to it. I watched it all weekend. Pretty good.
They were bad mouthing the minicopter, the V minicopter last night.
Well, the part I caught on was they were saying, my Billy Kyle's name, and they kept, Bill would say something negative, but then turn right around the same sentence and say, well, he's a great
Butter him
pilot.
up. Yeah, butter him up. He flies fast though.
Yeah, he flies fast and very aggressive. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of folks like that.
That Mini V, that Mini V, when they replaced it, I still got it in the box. I've never even taken out the box. I got the new batteries and the drone sitting right there.
I'll buy it from you.
I didn't. What?
No, actually, Lance,
I'll pay shipping. Send it to me.
I tell you what, Lance and Joe, the echo was. I was listening through my headphones that was sitting on my desk and listening to TV, and I could hear the ringing through my headphones of how much echo they had last night. It was ridiculous.
Huh. Yeah.
Really?
I watched a little bit of it this morning, but I didn't watch the whole thing before my walk.
Yeah, it was. I was like, you can just hear the ringing going on. I was like, man, holy smokes! And I kept thinking, I said, nobody's noticing this. And maybe because I had my headphones up so high, I could catch it very easily. But I'm like, I know I can't be the only one.
Yep. Well, I didn't have the headphones on. I was listening to it. I didn't hear it that way.
Yeah, I had mine off, just sitting on my desk and just turned them up so I could hear a little bit.
You know what the hardest part about having a NAS unit is? Remembering to back it up.
Yours don't have a self backing up setting?
I have a setting for it, but I don't want to. I ought to just do it to make sure everything's backed up on the computer.
All right, fellas, I'm taking off. I got some stuff I got to go do.
Okay.
All right,
Randy.
See you, Randy.
All right, fellas, I'll talk to you later.
The only thing, it's even on my phone. It's talking about I can do a self backup or do automatic, or when I get a firmware alert, I can do it from my phone and tell my NAS to go ahead and install it or do the backup.
Yeah, I get that and all that, but I haven't set up the part for the backup because what I usually do is like I just now upgraded the AI Press folder with a couple extra pictures. And I
Mhm.
went and saved it over to the backup drive. So I've got it 2 places, right? But what
Yeah.
I'm going to do is I think I'm going to throw it on the NAS, and then when I upgrade it for the next game, I'll just delete it and redo it, or just add the extra into it because it'll overwrite, or skip.
Hey, you've been seeing a lot of ads on Facebook for some 32 terabyte
Yeah,
drive.
I don't
I'm
believe it.
like, I said, it's got to be a scam.
Yeah, it's this big.
Well, it's that big, but I'm just saying this, the way they talk about it. And now I'm the type of person, every time I see an ad that trying to catch my interest, I want to go to their website. The website doesn't even show the drive.
No.
It shows something else. Just like I see one for the automatic chessboard where the pieces move themselves. And I want one like that. And I see it on Facebook. I go to the website and they don't even have it.
Wow.
I'm like,
Let me tell you what I just did. I've lost so much weight that I don't have clothes that fit anymore. I've got t-shirts that fit me and a couple of pair of pants. I've got stacks of clothes. I'm going to drop it off at a veterans place. And but my shirts, all my press shirts are 2X, and I wear a large. So I'm about to cut them down and just try to do them myself because they're good shirts. They're tacticals, and I don't want to lose them. I was thinking last night I'm gonna have to cut some of the sleeve and everything. Just because of the way it is, how big it is. I don't mind the sleeve. The sleeve can hang down as far as it wants. Because that don't bother me because I got room. But the size, I gotta have it at least tighter than it is.
Bring the size.
So I'll probably go one more season with it, but I love Henley shirts. The Henleys. And I found some Henleys for $10. So I bought a couple of Henleys. I got one black one and a white one. That's all I bought, two, right? Brought them in last night. I laid them suckers out on the table in the back, measured out everything, took Tammy Jean's coasters. She gave me one with Jasper and one with her, stuck it underneath there. I got 50 patches that say AI Press NOLA, put that cell glue on it, set them things in place, put something heavy on them. So now I'll have a Henley shirt with the AI Press NOLA. It's going to be on this side because my strap goes across this side with the press stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I've got a tight shirt that I can wear. I got to shoot Southeastern on Thursday night. And then I'm going to go back and take the sewing machine and do a stitch around it. That way it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But for $10, I'll have me something to wear like in the summer. And then by the time it starts getting cold again, I may just buy, I was thinking I might just buy a couple of tacticals and my size and just because I got to run those over to the place in Slidell because they put right here, they put my name, then it says AI Press NOLA underneath. They embroider it for me. They've got my stencils. So I may just buy 2 brand new ones. Because those, I love the tacticals because if it's raining, the rain doesn't go through them. So
yeah, I was just watching another movie over the weekend from your area, Joe. It was starring Pierce Bronson and as a old style hitman. Well, he called himself a fixer in the movie and stuff. And he had James Caan in it.
Man, that's got to be a good movie.
Yeah, it's a gangster type movie. Young guy trying to take over the old guys and stuff. And they missed him, and he came back and killed everybody else.
Man, don't miss him. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny 'cause towards the end of the movie, it shows how he was always one step ahead of him and stuff. And he had got the go ahead from the 2 main bosses down that area. But they showed that bridge down there, that Lake Pontchartrain Bridge and stuff.
Right.
And they mentioned some of your places you talk about, Sidell and a couple other places.
Yeah, Slidell right down the street.
Yeah. Because they were out like in your area, because they talk about how, he needed to go into New Orleans to handle some business, and they were kind of outskirts like you were, where you were at.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you, around here, it's like that bridge. If you ever get here, drive across that bridge. 23.6
I'm
miles.
hearing more stories about it.
Yeah. 23.6 miles over
Mhm.
water. When you get to the middle, of it, you can see you can actually see the curvature.
Yeah. Well, they were saying you get to a certain point, you can't see land from either direction.
All right. It's got a right in the middle.
Yeah.
And on my brother, mile marker I think it's mile marker 14. He's had 2 breakdowns at mile marker 14. I've had 3 breakdowns at mile marker 8.
Mm.
So every time I get near mile marker 8, I said, Lord, get me past it. Get me past it. Just get me past it. 3 cars have broke down at mile marker 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. And mile marker 8's right as a crossover. So I'm able to pull in. Now since they've redone stuff over the last years, now there's every about 3 miles, they have a place where they've extended it out so you can pull over.
Yeah, I seen that because there's this. I saw a story recently where they have like what we call turnouts and stuff where people can pull over and stuff. And I said,
Kind of like the phones
first
on
thing
the
I'm
side
thinking
of
about, I said, if somebody breaks down, what do they do? You know, but yeah, I saw those turnouts. So okay.
But let me tell you, don't pull into any of those places unless you have an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an emergency lane and they got a sign, emergency lane. And when you like the crossovers, you can pull through the crossovers and leave. They don't even want you stopping in them.
Mm.
Because when you stop in them, within minutes, the cops there.
Wow.
Because there's nothing but cameras the whole route.
Right. Yeah.
Because they got to see everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they got yellow lights alongside. So if you're driving, somebody breaks down, immediately to that scene, all the yellow lights come on. So you know there's something coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, when you drive it every day, it's you can say muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody that drives it every day drives it safe. It's the people that don't drive it every day, the people that cause accidents.
Right.
You know, because I drove it every day for about 2 years, back and forth. But I caught it right after the rush and right before and right after, both times, right after the rush, right after, or right before the rush. I'd always miss it. And that was
I
nice.
like those yellow flashing lights on like freeways or highways like that. And they start to flash when the light in front of you is going to turn red, you know, and you're still, 200 yards away from the light. It kind of warns you, okay, you're approaching a light. It's probably going to be red by the time you get there. I like that.
I'm gonna have to go get my shirt.
You make it.
I'm gonna get my shirt and look at the freaking name on it because I'm looking up tactical shirts right now, and ain't none of them look like the ones I want.
You mean the manufacturer?
Yeah. Because none of these are starting to look like. Now this one looks like one. Got a freaking name, YEVTZL. Where the hell that coming from?
China.
No, it ain't coming from China. There you go. That's like Rhino gear, but the kind I like. See what that one is. $30 a shirt. See, I like the pockets, my big pockets like this. And it's zippered. I like the one that's zippered because that way it's got the buttons. It looks like, but it's zippered, so it's easy to put on and take off. And I like the pockets because I can stick my phone in one. I can put batteries in the other one. I keep a couple of extra batteries, and it's all right here. And I don't have to worry about it being in other pockets because I got tactical jeans I wear that I hold one of my pockets. I got to hold a water bottle, stuff like that. I get it all. I mean, I've got it to a science out there. Sometimes I have too many pockets. I got to figure out where I put something. I've done that before. I've had to look for shit.
But we're missing some drone people that we haven't seen for a while. Who's Uncle Bill? We haven't seen the guy in California. Haven't seen him for a while.
Steve?
Or no, Bob, Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Bob, the guy who used to work in the film industry.
And he goes down to Mexico a lot and flies his Mini. And who else? Of course, Jackrabbit.
That's what I'm talking about. Something like that, Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that because it's lightweight. And what I like about it is that I'll have right here, I'll have the AI Press NOLA with my name embroidered on it. Then on the sleeves, I'll put my AI Press in an American flag on the other side.
Does it say you can get it in white?
You can get it in white, but let me tell you something funny. When I wear white out there, it seems hotter than black,
Okay.
but it probably comes in white.
I don't see it.
One more click over, I think, that's
I
10.
see every color but white.
Yeah.
Yeah, every color but white.
Well, I'm like you, Joe. I've been going through my closets now, and I gotta throw out some old suits, give them to the Salvation Army, and I've ordered some new.
Ties. Right, ties.
Was that, Lance?
And get rid of some ties.
No, tie. Well, I mean, I keep buying more ties. You know.
Yeah.
Ties and shoes.
Yeah. I used to wear a tie every day my first 35 years of teaching, Dre. My last 8 years, I probably wore a tie 15 times maybe. I just thought, you know what? Some of these clowns are wearing cargo shorts to school, teachers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to wear a tie. And there's a guy that I taught with wore a tie every day, and he's about my age. He's a couple years younger, and he wears one every day to the school that I taught at. Good for you.
The ones that catch my attention is the bow tie guys.
Oh yeah, and he does bow tie every once in a while. This guy does.
Yeah.
And he's got to be close to retirement. I bet he retires. I bet he was sad to see, because 4 of us went this year, and I'm sure he was like, shit, I should have left as well. But maybe next year he'll go.
Yeah, Dwayne, this one has a zipper front, and this is a lightweight ripstop. And what I like about that is that with this heat, with a t-shirt underneath of that one, I'll probably be cool. With a ripstop, because I got ripstop pants this year, the tactical pants that fit me. I went from the tactical pants I was using last year were 42s. The ones I got this year are 36.
Yeah.
Well,
and
Joe,
they fit me comfortable.
You're so ripped now. Don't wear a shirt.
Oh shit! No, you don't want to see that. I got that stitch down the middle from when I did open heart, and because I've lost so much weight, it's kind of like shrinking in, like this. And if I don't tighten it up, it looks like somebody tried to tie me together. It's like, oh bullshit! I got more boobs than the girl next door. I'm gonna get me one of the Seinfeld, the Brosier.
Yeah, I remember that episode. Kramer.
That's probably the drawback. That's probably the drawback of that shot is.
I was laying there the other night. I was laying there in bed the other night. I brought my hand across and grabbed my chest, and I went, "Oh shit! I got a girl here or what?" Thought I had a girl in bed with me. I said, "Who the hell is this?"
That might be the drawback of the shot, is it doesn't tone the muscle if you were to exercise. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Well, if you do the right exercise, you can tone it back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's a lot. It's a lot of this stuff. You know.
Yeah, it's
a little bit of weight. What I'm thinking about doing, and they've already told me come do it, is going over at the school to the weight room. So I could go over in the weight room in the gym, you know, where the players are, when they're not there, and there's a couple hours that there's only a few of them there. Like lunchtime, they got about a 40-minute break. I go work with the weights for about 40 minutes every day.
That's good enough time to get in the workout.
I know that's enough time.
45, Joe, 50 minutes. That's it.
Do you have a supplemental plan with your Medicare card, Joe?
Oh yeah.
Silver sneakers, buddy.
I'm telling you, I may do that. What I want to start doing, and I'm at the point now where I'm catching up with everything. So once I'm caught up, I should be good. I'm gonna start getting up early and walking first in the morning.
Yeah.
Just walking, just to, just to get a little bit extra in me. and then I'm gonna come back here, and I've got free weights sitting right over here, a couple of them that I've always used, and it's not a lot of weight, but if you do the right reps with them in the right, you do them right, you can still do it, you know. So I need to start doing that again. I got a little bit of flab right here I don't like. I got 6 months. Actually, I got about 8 months before I'm expecting one of my kids to be back here. And I told him, I said, when you get back here, I'm gonna be ripped. So I got 8 months to get ripped.
My younger brother is ridiculously small now, Joe. He was so overweight, and he's skinny. Could not even recognize him from, you know, and I probably saw him 3 times in the journey that he was on. Each time he was a little smaller, but the last time he was like, oh gosh,
yep,
you're less than high school weight, I bet. And of the 3 boys, me, and my brothers, he looked the least like my dad than my older brother and me. Now, I do a double take. It's like, that's my dad. I mean, he looks so much like my dad now. And my brother, he'll be 65 in March. His mustache is jet black right now. I mean, it looks fake. It's like, how do you got some good genes, although he's completely bald, no hair at all. Yeah. He went bald about 28, 30 years old. But he's got this mustache that looks like Tom Selleck, but it's black. I mean, almost like he painted it on. That's how black it is. And we all had dark hair. My mom, think about the Lucille Ball show. All of us here all of us on the panel have watched that at some point, right? My mom was as pale as Lucille Ball, redhead, you know, burned. She walked under a lamp. And then my dad was Ricky Ricardo, but Mexican. Wow. And little Desi, that was me. That's what they came out with, is the 3 little Desis. But yeah, my mom was redhead and pale. And my older brother and I got more of my dad's pigment, and my younger brother got more of my mom's. But now that he's older, like I said, I do a double take every time I see him. It's like, that's my dad.
Wow. Well, I'm jumping because I got to get some stuff before I go to the dentist.
Okay, we'll shut her down then.
Okay.
Nice
Hey,
seeing you,
everybody.
Dre.
Hey, take care. We'll see you later today.
Have a good day, guys.